Did you hear about just recently? The guy they tasked to lead the inquiry into whether any Christmas parties happen has had to resign because he was at a Christmas party.
Oh, which
And
one?
it was like one that he hosted himself with a Tory party.
Oh.
And it's like, so they hired this guy, and he went, I can't do this, I was at a Christmas party as well.
It was
It's
a
like, oh,
business
Jesus
meeting, you know.
Christ.
All
It's
right.
like, how many people went? Who didn't get invited?
Anyway, let's get started. Welcome to the Smudcast, folks. This is number 439. Tokyo Godfathers, Chosen Families, Renegade Cut. In case you haven't figured it out, it's Renegade Cut Day. Yay, Renegade Cut Day. So, this is a very short video by Renegade Cut. One of his most unpopular videos. Came out.
Really?
Yeah, came out last year. I don't know the dislike ratio because I can't see it, but it only has 43.
Are you using the extension?
I was
to see.
I tried it. It didn't work out.
37.
Yeah, it's not
37.
Well, no, it's the actual views. It has about 43,000 views, which is pretty low for a Renegade Cut video. So I'm wondering what's going on with this video. It's only 7.5 minutes. So
Maybe his audience doesn't like Christmas movie.
Christmas movies, anime, you know.
It is
right after elections,
really,
though.
It is actually a really good movie. I watched it today, and it is about three hobos: one woman, it is a drag queen, and the other one is a drunkard. They found a baby, and then they are trying to find the parents of that baby.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Okay.
By the
I
way, the
wouldn't
drag
call
queen.
so far as calling that a drag queen.
It is a drag queen. It is actually a drag queen. Even in the show, in her past life, because she didn't die, but she was on a bar, and he was the singer of the bar, and it was a drag queen bar. I'm not lying.
It's okay.
And
I didn't see the movie, so I can't speak on that exactly.
Yeah.
I've heard the title before, but I never got around to look for
By the way,
it.
this character, the name of the character is Hannah. It is actually one of the funniest characters in the movie, and there is a banter. There is other banter within her, the drag queen, and the drunkard. Drunkard keeps saying, "Oh, you're never. I know why you're good at doing this. You're never going to be a mother."
Oh, Jesus.
What, I didn't understand a word at the end.
Don't worry, just watch the movie. The movie is really, really good. It is on Netflix if you guys want it.
No.
I'm not watching.
It's on the internet.
It's on,
yeah.
Yes.
No, it isn't. I tried. You won't be able to find. Most of the.
Anyway.
Well, that's why you need NordVPN. Now, if you type in Smudboy, you can get 80% off in your 1 year plan.
Jesus fucking Christ, Mark.
Yeah, I'm all for hiding your identity online, but first off, don't even have an identity in the first place, so who cares?
Yeah.
But then you will have an identity crisis and fall for social justice.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know.
Not really.
Or just don't give a shit what other people think about your opinion online, and it doesn't really matter about your identity.
Just block everyone. Who are you?
Yeah. It's like, oh.
You can't find me. Of course, that would be from the IP access list range, not the actual interface level. So just block everyone on your subnet.
Mm-hmm. Just embrace
Linux.
What is? Yeah, that as well.
Linux.
Oh, Temple OS.
God,
I watched a lot of things about Linux.
Have you? No.
Anyway,
let's
get going. 7.5 minutes, not too bad. Not going to be very exciting with Renegade Cut in his voice, but you never know. He might have a passion project.
My prediction it is that this video will be just mediocre. It will not even be bad or good, just something forgettable.
I'm willing to bet he's gonna shoehorn in his political views.
That's
yeah.
what it's about. The
Probably,
Chosen
probably.
Family stuff is all about his politics
Yeah, like
stuff.
Rey Skywalker.
Oh, she's not even accepted by her chosen family, the Skywalkers. She's just
they're
taking the
smiling.
name.
Well, okay, if we're talking about the manifesto, which he probably follows, the destruction.
Didn't ask for permission.
Well, yeah, but we're talking about was it communism? The mass psychosis? What is it? They destroy the family. They destroy religion. That's a big thing in communism.
You're talking about BLM?
I don't know about BLM if they actually have read anything to make sense of it, aside from what someone's other manifesto. But we're talking about communism specifically.
I think the leader has
one of
mentioned
the
that like
leaders.
she's read the Communist Manifesto.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
she's a trained commie.
Trained Marxist, I think was her exact
Yes.
word.
Yeah.
A trained Marxist.
Yes, she studied Marxism at Yale. So, you know.
And she have 4 mentions. And they still spin around saying, oh, she's not privileged.
Communism is a scam to take your money away.
Anyway,
Hooray!
let's get going then. It's a rave. Piano music. Who's the bingo
Right.
card?
On Christmas Eve, 3 homeless people discover a crying child, abandoned, tossed in the garbage. Akin to 3 wise men come to praise their new king.
No.
No. Oh, God, no.
That's not
No!
quite the same.
No.
I
Hi,
can,
No,
I'm
no, no, no.
asleep through my nativity play.
Look, I will still, man. You can try to make a connection, but it is not even
No.
close.
No.
Because the Wizard Kings actually saw a star saw a star and say, hey, this is they led to Jesus Christ, and they gave him presents.
maybe
Because it's not even
know-
close to what happens in the movie.
Maybe,
Just
You know
found
what culture at the time had a tradition of sending out 3 wise guys to look for their new boss?
or
Hebrews
parents
or
of
Jewish.
children just running away.
No,
Uh,
that was a Hindu Buddhist thing.
Oh, okay. Give birth, run away. Okay.
But
No,
I'm
in
sorry,
the
I was
movie,
replying to Matthews.
I don't know. I don't want to spoil the movie. By the way, if you guys don't care if I spoil the movie,
I don't care. No,
so the baby was actually kidnapped, and the kidnapped and
Kidnapped.
I don't know. Your language, your language is weird. Okay.
What? My language.
Your
is
languishing is weird.
weird. Your
I don't
language
care.
is your language is wired. Okay. Anyway, continue, Matthias.
And the baby was kidnapped from the hospital and was abandoned in the garbage, and the hobos found her.
All right.
Okay.
Good enough.
How riveting.
Let's continue.
It is just a really coincidental, full of coincidence, whatever word is.
Coincidental.
Coincidental.
Yeah, it's full of coincidences and
Coincidence.
Winky dinks.
Yeah, cool.
Matthews, take a drink.
I don't know. I really hate in the English language.
Okay, just
Well,
say what you wanted to
geez.
say in your native language.
Yeah.
But you can say it in
well,
Italian. I
well,
think Smut can
we'll say-
understand it.
Who here speaks Portuguese?
Doesn't matter. Just say it.
Coincidences. It's full of coincidences.
There you go.
See, that was closer to what? How? That was,
Anyway, Nativity. Tokyo Godfathers is just like the Nativity. Okay, let's go.
My real question is like, why are Japanese people having a play about Christianity?
Shintoism.
There are some Christians in Japan, and some of them are really weird because some of them believe they have the grave of Jesus Christ
in Japan.
I know about that cult.
Christmas,
It's so weird.
Christmas and Christianity in Japan is just something like, a young guy would say, cool, I will see what it is and ditch when he becomes an adult. It is not something serious. It's not something they take seriously.
Okay, that's fair. Let's continue.
They end to take care of the child and see that she is safely returned. Hana, a transgender woman.
Not transgender. That is
no.
Oh God.
No.
I hate this. Renegade Cut. I hate you.
All right, calm down. Calm down.
I fucking hate you. This is you putting transgenderism on people who are not transgender.
You push the Wisp button.
Hannah is not trans. I would say she. But even in the movie they say she.
It's man.
He's a drag queen, and he's gay. He's openly gay.
That's fine. It's okay. This is just Renegade Cut.
Cross-dresser.
This is no different than listening to Maggie Mae Fish saying bizarre shit that doesn't make any sense. Same idea. Anyway.
I just like the way that it's always these horrifically horrible, disgusting characters, and they go, "Ooh, transgender." It's like, oh,
this dumb, pseudo-intelligent, pretentious, virtue-signaling asshole called Renegade Cut, who has as much renegade in him as a sloth, conflates a real condition with someone's fetish. Fuck him. The anti-science people, that's the people like Renegade Cut. That's the anti-science side of the issue. Not anyone else. Him.
I'm now trying to think of a renegade sort of sloth now, what that would be like. Since I've never got less renegade in him than a sloth. I'm like, what?
The way he talks reminds me of the sloth in Zootopia.
Never watched it.
It's a sloth, and he works at the DMV.
Yeah, it's very slow.
Oh, it's the extremely slow one.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a clever critique of bureaucracy.
Yes.
All right. Anyway, let's go.
Wants to wait until morning before delivering her to the authorities, wanting one night to be a mother. She is eventually convinced to return the child sooner, knowing that the child's parents must be in despair over what they have done. Hana genuinely loves Christmas and sees her meeting the child as an act of God and a mission given to herself and her chosen family. Although lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people combined comprise, at most, 1 out of 10 people in total, they make up...
No.
1 out of 10 people.
It's not 10%. Altogether, we are not 10%. At best, it's free. And even that is a high estimate. 10%, if 10% of humanity were gay or trans altogether, we'd have problems. This species would have really big problems keeping on. You are full of shit. You pretend you call yourself a teacher? Well, you don't even know how to acquire knowledge.
We're not sure where he's getting his stats from, and it would be really helpful.
This is socialist propaganda. They just make up these numbers
to
make it seem like, there's so many of us, so we shouldn't be as discriminated.
Yeah, I would like to see some worldwide. I don't know how they would score the world on all of those. That's a big category, a series of categories, in fact.
Yeah. So, yeah, and the gender dysphorics, that's a fraction of a percent.
Oh, yeah. But those are the actual ones that have been diagnosed. So this is a huge...
And correctly diagnosed. It is a fraction of a percent.
Yeah.
And Renegade Cut. I'm gonna say this once. Stop this bullshit or kill yourself.
Okay, let's go.
Jesus! You can throw me out. No, I don't care. I am so fed up by this asshole lying constantly.
Easy.
Wisp.
It's guys like him who destroy lives with their lies.
Calm down. Wisp, calm down. Just Think of happiest things.
Embrace your Swedish
is a good
side
book
and ditch the
I don't
German
have a
side.
Swedish side. Fuck off.
A Swedish side.
Swede. Oh, Jesus.
What is wrong with you? It's because of assholes like Renegade Cut that people hate us more and more. He's not doing anything for better understanding or anything. He's making things worse.
What do the Swedes have to do with?
I don't have a Swedish side. Those damn Scandinavians. Fuck them.
Is there some area of Sweden, part of Europe, that's connected to Germany?
To be fair,
I guess like North and South Korea is like 10% gay.
Well, probably.
I probably have more Prussian and Polish heritage than anything. I don't think my ancestors would be very, very friendly with the Swedish or the other way around.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say my ancestors wouldn't really be my ancestors if they were gay.
IKEA is owned by the Chinese.
All right. Well, let's leave the genealogy alone for a bit here, and
Yeah. But you hear it here. But fuck the Swedes or whatever.
whatever. Austrian,
1 in
Swedish,
10.
one of those.
This is just a gay man
1 in 2
with a
people
cross-dressing
are Swedish.
fetish. That's not trans. That's not gender dysphoria.
Is this character gonna die?
Oh no!
Tell me,
No.
Matthias.
No!
No, Hannah doesn't die.
Oh my god!
You
Alright.
would know, like the irony would be like,
Although one person got shot and one old man died in the movie.
All right.
Really?
Okay.
An occupation army in the chat. Yes, he did say at most, but that is a so high maximum. There's so high a cap that it is more than 3 times the actual estimates, 3 to 5 times the actual estimates.
Yeah.
And this is
When did you
they
get
do this on purpose.
If we
Yeah,
just
they
had a
try to-
source, it'd be fine. He can make mistakes. I don't care. It's fine. I just want to
Well,
know
it's like
the source. That's it.
if you'd said like 1 in 10 people at a Pride parade are like a paedophile, I'd probably believe him. But 1 in 10 people is like, nah, no, not for me.
All right. Anyway, let's go.
A wildly disproportionate amount. This is the
1
result
in 10
of family
socialists
rejection,
seems to be
often at a young
pedophiles.
age. Hana's exaggerated speaking and wildly emotional takes might seem immature at a glance, but one needs to understand.
That is how emotional gay people act.
Well, that's how
not
animation.
trans women.
When you animate
Yeah.
faces, you exaggerate the face. That's normal. So.
Well, it is
Oh,
because
this character
it
is
is
more
from. No, yeah, it is from Satoshi Kon, and
What did
it
you
is
just
actually the name of the creator of this thing, and it is actually his style. This more exaggerated animation.
Yeah, if you look at the face, the pupils are very tiny. The white of the eyes are gigantic. So this is clearly a style of anime.
Yeah, he used pretty much the same style in Paranoia Agent and Paprika.
Right. So it's not supposed to be exact, but it's close to reality, but with exaggeration. So obviously, if it's drawn exaggerated, it's going to be animated exaggerated. So it's not a big stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are gay people that act like over emotional women.
Sure.
They are not
Flamboyant.
trans.
Sure. Yeah.
We call them flamboyant gays.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, and they are unbearable.
People desire to live out the joys and emotions of a childhood that was taken from them, a childhood they were not allowed to have.
Oh God.
Because of this rejection, many in the community have a patchwork of a family.
It's not a
A chosen
community.
family.
It's a demographic, you asshole. It's not a community. A community is something you can ostracize people from. You can't ostracize people from demographics. Then that is why you call it a community. So that you can ostracize us from it for having the wrong opinion, the not communist opinion, the not science denial opinion that you spout here all the fucking time.
By the way, all the characters are hobos, so I'm pretty sure he will try to say that it is not their fault that they are hobos, but
They are like
they
a
are
hobo
hobos.
race, isn't it?
Yeah, they are hobos
another
because
thing.
they chose to be hobos. Okay, so some days their choices led them to be it.
Yeah. Another thing is why is it that people like Renegade Cut and everything like that always make out that people who are gay, lesbian, trans, and all that had the worst childhoods ever. Like, to be gay and everything, you need to have a bad childhood.
In the case, I would say, in the case
maybe he
of the
thinks that a bad childhood makes you gay.
Yeah, see, that's what it sort of like comes off to me. I might be wrong, but it just feels like the only reason certain people are like gay is because they had a bad childhood, and if you don't have a bad childhood,
homosexuality doesn't ruin your childhood, because until puberty, where your sexual drive comes into play, you have the same childhood as any other child.
Yeah.
You're not affected by your sexual orientation because you don't have one. Or at least not an active one.
Yeah.
Renegade Cut is an idiot. What did he even teach in North and South Korea?
Yeah.
English language.
English.
Are you sure? Because he oftentimes messes up words, and I wonder if he doesn't even understand his own fucking language, how is he supposed to teach it to Koreans?
I don't know.
Or anyone.
I only know that he is an anarchist.
I'm wondering if he had any of the monotone of Ben Stein, just sort of as a teacher. Because he's pretty evocative on YouTube. You can imagine when he teaches.
Okay. In the chat, Zoro, I did not say that communities as a whole is a retarded concept. I did not say that at all or ever.
Yep.
I said that the socialists, like Renegade Cut, call everything a community that is not a community in order to gain power over it and definition over it. So that they can define who is part of it and who isn't. With the trans thing, it is the most obvious where they define people who don't have gender dysphoria suddenly to be part of the trans community, and people who do have gender dysphoria to not be part of the trans community because they have the wrong opinion. So they're crafting an artificial group that is just of their own opinions, and so that they can use it for political power. While we, regardless of what community you put us towards, we have a condition, and we are therefore part of the demographic that has that condition. It's the same way that gamers as a whole are not a community, they are a demographic. People who play video games or board games or role-playing games. It's the same thing that you would. It's as if you would say people who go to the cinema, moviegoers, are the cinema community, the moviegoer community. That's not a community. That's just people who buy tickets to watch movies in the cinema. They're not organized. The community has a form of organization, is somewhat organized and self-sustaining and tries to take care of each other. That's not the case with us. And that's also not the case with the gays. There are some groups that do this, that you could call that maybe, but that doesn't mean that everyone in a city is part of that group of gays or the trans self-help group or the autism community. That's also not a thing.
Yeah.
Artists are probably the most individualist people you will find, because they just focus so hard on their points of interests, their hobbies, that they won't even bother with interacting with other people all too much. Most of them.
All right.
That's calling that a community is insane.
Okay, we're good. We got it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Or family. Hana was abandoned as a child and never knew her family, but she says that she suspects that if they ever came to know her, to know who she is, they may have rejected her anyway. At best, she may have had a few good years as a child before having to...
Not exactly right, because Hannah never met her real family. His real family.
So he just makes the assumption that because he's gay and has this weird fetish going on, that his family would reject him, which isn't that far fetched, especially in a society like Japan.
Especially in Japan. especially in Japan, I think they would be a little bit awkward and say you have no honor.
Maybe I've been
or at least play it down and try to ignore it, but so try to keep face. If this guy had grown up in that family, maybe that he wouldn't have gone into this whole cross-dressing thing. For some people, this is a form of escapism, where it's a coping mechanism, and where they flee reality. That's why people with escapist fantasies or escapist fetishes are not to be diagnosed with gender dysphoria, because that's a different thing. And if this guy had this gay man would have had a normal family, normally grown up, he'd still be gay, but he might not have gone into this cross-dressing stuff. It's a possibility.
You never know.
Yeah, it could be a fetish. It could be a preference. It could be many things. So we don't know exactly.
It's a lot of Renegade Cut headcanon again.
Well, yeah, it's always Renegade Cut headcanon. So.
Oh, yeah,
A
that's what
minute in and he made me shout.
Anyway.
Yeah.
We're good.
You shout at everything, Wisp. Don't just say it's Renegade Cut.
No, I was about to skip today. I'm sorry.
Wait,
I made
there
a
is one German that doesn't shout.
Yes. Quite a lot, actually.
That's weird. The universe doesn't seem right, Ryan.
Matthews, the Germans are cocked. They won't get up anymore to do anything, except burn down their own cities like the Americans.
But they'll be very efficient about it.
Yeah.
No, that's gone. That's smart. That is the thing of the past.
Yeah,
they've bred that out of us.
They'll burn the city.
They're not even on time anymore.
Not even Wow. Okay.
All right.
You can tell it's bad.
To her parents and face homelessness anyway.
Babies are always better off with their real parents. You know that.
I don't think that's.
Gosh, he wanted in.
Hana
What
was
did he
always
say?
homeless, but after the passing of her boyfriend, she had nowhere else to go. Hana
His
calls
boyfriend.
the owner of a local bar Mother. It is the only name ever given to her. It is the totality of who she is to Hana and
another
what she
drag queen.
represents to her. Although transgender women and drag queens are not the same, there is still considerable overlap between the two communities.
Then, so first again, it's not communities. Drag queens maybe a little bit more because they do this whole stage stuff. But why does he call this character transgender? But now makes the distinction towards the drag queens because he's running around in drag outside. I'm sorry. If this was an actual dysphoric, he'd take more care.
I think this is generally how the lack of knowledge of a YouTuber or a presenter is of, I wouldn't say not just the subject material, because obviously he missed some stuff in the background of the past of Hana, but also what it means to be one of these people. Because it's not just that he doesn't know, it's that he is filled up with crap information. Yes. He is filled up with misinformation because while these extreme lefties accuse everyone of being misinformed and everything being misinformation and disinformation, which is just their new words for fake news, and before they accused the right of always calling everything fake news, once the news started spouting their propaganda and not anything else, the left used the term fake news all the time. Yeah. That is, it's just switched around, and now the other side used it, so now it's a bad word, and they need a new one. Yeah.
And they are going with misinformation right now. While the truly misinformed are leftists like Renegade Cut, because he's full of ideological, pseudoscientific crap and propaganda.
There is overlap between transgender, transvestite, what have you. The Venn diagram does touch, but it's not this 90% overlap. It's not this huge congruence.
Yeah,
that is there because yes, some trans women find some temporary release, you could say, in in indulging in drag a little bit, but honestly, never, don't ever get your makeup advice from drag queens, because that is not feminine. And because if you are a biological man with gender dysphoria and you wanna go into that direction, watch women doing makeup, or there are even tips for good male to female makeup. But drag makeup is nonsense. That's clown crap. Stay away from that. You will just look ridiculous. You will just look like a gay man who's trying too hard.
All right.
As many drag queens are trans women, such as Gia Gunn and Monica Beverly Hills. It can be inferred
examples.
That Mother is Hana's drag mother, the woman who taught her to perform and protected her. Hana's chosen family goes
it is
far
not
beyond
implied.
her former
It is
world of performance, however, as she has been blessed with Gin and Miyuki. Gin has been living on the streets for a long time.
You know, English
how
teacher.
Hana and Gin met and how they
Implied
became a chosen
and
family.
Outspoken is the same thing for him.
Oh,
Active and passive is the same thing for him. English teacher. And God, I hate this soft velvety voice that he does, that with which he tries to seem. I am friendly. I am not dangerous. I am not a threat.
Anyone would
Fuck off.
sound like that if they would get constantly fucked in the ass.
When people talk like that in real life, fucking run. Do not trust a person that talks like this in real life, and I've known such people with anything.
Excuse me, sir.
No promise, no
Speak
anything.
up. I can't hear a damn word you're saying. What are you trying to say?
No, but that's not the thing. Everybody I've met in my life who talked like this soft velvety voice that always sounds like he's your friend and he's totally harmless and not a threat, always backstabbers. Some even malicious psychopaths. Not all of them psychopaths, but all of them manipulative backstabbers.
Right.
Who will break promises and then blame you for having a problem with the broken promise. And then go talking crap behind your back to so that they then play victim. And you're the bad guy. They all have done this. This is a constant.
All right.
Is left to our nations. To Gin, Hana is perhaps a sister, though he misgenders her from time to time. To Hana, it is more complicated, as she has feelings for Gin and sees him more as a husband.
They're in trouble right now, and you don't care at all.
What do you think this is? You're not my damn wife.
Though Gin might
That's supposed to be a joke and a jab at the side.
it is
Matthews
the
wanted to say
joke
something
every time. He doesn't see Hana as a sister. He sees Hana as a friend. And
so Renegade Cut is so Renegade Cut is overinterpreting the relationship again.
Yeah, and he does actually, in fact, always make some jokes.
Well, I think you just wanted to use the term misgender, because why not? You know, it's a show about.
But that's the thing.
Yeah, because Renegade Cut, it's
care.
not a woman. It's not a trans woman. It's just a crossdresser. It is just a drag queen. No difference between this and that other one at the bar.
Hana doesn't care. He does because.
Yeah, and drag queens don't care if you call them he.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know they're men. Often gay men.
The only thing that
most
you
often
can't
gay men.
they can't say Hana is that he is boring. Then he got pissed. He got really angry.
What you
That's
could
why
say.
That's why he is a hobo, because someone in the bar called him boring and he attacked that person.
Called him
And the fact that I don't care about your English language.
No, what did he call him?
Boring.
I didn't understand it. What?
He called Hana boring, the one of the clients in the bar.
Boring.
Mm-hmm.
So just lame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that makes the Hannah really angry.
All right. Well, this is not the greatest.
Also doesn't take critique very well.
Not the greatest.
So what some of the people who go into this escapist fantasy do is that they get lost in the personality. That is, you can see this sometimes with there's instances of role players who get lost in the D&D character and then start believing they're that person, that they're the fantasy character. You have this with furries; they're called otherkin, and the social justice idiots are also trying to normalize that. And once they get this stuff all normalized, they will move on to normalizing otherkin. That we have to accept them. Being their actual Nine-Tails Dragon Kitsune Sphinx character that's 2,000 years old, and we have to accept that and respect that and call them their fantasy names.
Also, because I am a weeb and I need to do this, he's watching the dub version, and shame on him. He needs to be purged.
Yeah, exactly, Matthias. Like, I didn't want to make an assumption like that, but I do not know like how the dub handled these things because Western culture, but like I believe like this movie came out in the mid 2000s. So
to be fair, it was
this
2003. 2003, so
yeah,
the culture was different.
That too, but like
it was more honest.
I want to judge a culture, that I'm definitely going to watch it in the original language, and I will try to get subtitles that are not biased towards like any political.
Or with the old movies, that should not be that much of a problem.
Yes.
And sorry, Smud, I kept talking over you because I just this thing just wanted out.
Okay. Anyway, this was from Vladimir Dragunov. Thanks for the 5. Not the nicest of super chats, but here we go. I got kicked out of the library for putting a book on women's rights in the fantasy section.
Feminism is the new Christianity.
It depends.
It's the new Bible.
Hey, I'm Christian. I'm here.
It depends on the book, but yeah, okay. Anyway, let's continue.
You could also put it to science fiction.
Yeah, sometimes. We're almost halfway done. That's how fast this video is.
Oh, I'm glad.
Deny it, their relationship is closer to how Hana pictures it, as they bicker and argue but still love each other, and they take care of a teenage girl as if they were her parents, not one parent and a sibling. Gin is straight, as best as anyone can tell anyway, but he requires a chosen family.
As best as anyone can tell, but you're quite clear in telling this drag person is a trans person because you can.
He's not even interested in Hana.
Why is Renegade Cut so able to tell that a character trans, but that guy, I don't know if he's straight or not.
Because the default in socialism now is everybody's gay until proven otherwise. Or trans until proven otherwise. I'm not kidding. That's how they think. That's how they think in practice.
Everyone's a giant.
It sounds ridiculous.
Weirdo until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds ridiculous, but that is really how they operate. How their brains operate now.
All right.
If you don't prove that you're not trans, they will think you are trans because of some minute detail.
All right. Well, here's Tyler Preston for the tip. Thanks for the 1. What's so damn funny about Renegade saying that trans and drag queens are not the same thing, only for him to completely contradict himself a few seconds later? It's the situation with Rin from Catherine Full Body all over again. Well, that's a bit different. Rin from Catherine is an alien, I think, who is a male cross-dressing as a female. To the audience,
but it's the same. It's mechanically the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's the audience. It's a guy. So
I mean, as a guy who likes biology, I don't know how you could know the gender of Rin. I mean, Rin could have been an alien with 16 genders.
Yeah, and the thing is, the way the drag queen here ran away, that is like a gay man runs away, or a hyper effeminate woman. And women who act like these type, the flamboyant gay men, they are unbearable as well. And trans women rarely are like this. Very
But
rare.
Hannah is a gay man.
Yes.
And Hannah is one of the funniest characters in the movie, actually.
All right, here is Vladimir. This time they went through Streamlabs. Thanks for the one. This one might be too spicy, but I was talking to a Jewish girl earlier, and she tried to give me her number. I told her we use names now.
Ouch.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Sorry, Vlad. We don't know you, Vlad. Sorry, but that's
like,
the rules.
It's
We
like-
need
it's
to
like-
disavow.
Oh, that is spicy. I need to drink something.
Well, it's like
We
the
disavow.
girl, the Jewish girl saying, "Oh, I'm going to give you a number," and you respond, "Oh, I don't like girls with tattoos," and stuff like that. So
I think the one we use names now is I think that's a better one.
it's a better one, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, for
It has
YouTube
so
reasons,
much
The
implications
German would
straight.
know the better Jewish joke. That's irony here.
All right.
Well, until 2015, Germany was the safest country for Jews since the war. Isn't that something? Nobody talks about that.
Well, how many Jews were there in the country after the war?
Well, quite a few millions.
Less than 6, though.
I don't have the numbers, but if you want to get the calculator, that's up to you.
See,
You're the
yeah,
Englishman. You can do that. I'm not allowed to touch a calculator with anything regarding Jews.
Okay.
No, I mean, there's probably less than 6 million, because 6 million does seem like a pretty big number.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going.
disavow for YouTube reasons.
Jeez.
The same. He believes it is too late for him to have anything else. While Hana loudly proclaims who she is to the world, Gin is ashamed of who he is and who he turned out to be.
Yep.
He lies to Hana, telling her that his daughter and wife passed away, that he was once a professional bicyclist who threw a race to earn money to pay a hospital bill, and that is why he's homeless. In truth, Gin lost his money and his family through his gambling and debts. When Hana learns Gin has been lying all this time...
Hold on. Just another thing. So this man had a wife and a child,
Yeah.
right? And Renegade Cut can't tell whether this person's straight. That's very telling.
That's impressive. Yeah. That's
That means that his brain does not comprehend straight relationships.
like, well, in the past he was straight, but now we don't know.
Well,
No,
gambling
fine.
is the big gay, so
Oh yeah.
Gambling is a gateway drug to transgenderism.
yes.
You play five hands of poker, and next thing you know, you're having your penis cut off in a back alley.
Yeah, casinos are pretty much like hormone replacement therapies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 card stud, one-eyed jacks make you gay. or something.
So they are a little bit extreme.
Now that's a royal flush.
You fucking asshole. Oh no. Oh, but
Okay.
yeah, but at the end of the day, you can't say, "Oh, we don't know if he's straight," but he had a wife and kid. It's like, oh,
I know. The logic with this man is impressive. You have to like sit in awe sometimes. Anyway, we're halfway done, so bravo.
She reacts the way a wife would if her husband had lied all these years. She is hurt.
Wow, it's like she's acting feminine. Amazing.
Well, he's a drag queen, and he actually absorbed the personality. So yeah, he will act feminine,
Yeah.
act like a woman.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible. they're not married, but wow, that's a Renegade Cut. Oh, they're clearly acting like a couple. It's like, no, Renegade Cut.
I don't think he understands relationships.
No.
Well, the movie is about family and how these three hobos are an unusual
It's about
family,
family.
but not.
Yeah,
But
it's our family.
But it isn't the way Renegade Cut is saying.
And then Hannah pulls out a lightsaber. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for him to talk about Trump. Where's Trump? Like, this was like 2 or 3 weeks after the American elections. I'm disappointed, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm waiting the hobo apologies that he was going to do.
He might pull up some random piece of legislature that just passed. He'll start complaining about it. I don't know. Could be related to Trump. Who knows? We'll find out.
Trade. Not only by the lie, but by the fact that her relationship with Gin means more to her than it does to him. Miyuki has only been homeless for about 6 months. She's a runaway. She stabbed her father after she mistakenly believed that he got rid of her pet. Although untrue, the fact that she believed it and attacked her father suggests that he must have mistreated her prior to this. To Miyuki, her father had been controlling and stifling. In a dream, Miyuki sees Gin as her father and Hana as her mother. It is not clear what he did to make Miyuki despise him, but it seems as though both are willing to have some kind of reconciliation. What happens to Miyuki after this is unknown. Will she return home? If so, will she stay in contact with Hana and Gin? Would Miyuki's father allow that? Wouldn't that break up a family while re-establishing another? The chosen family of Hana, Gin, and Miyuki is chosen by others as well, the parents of the baby. They choose the trio to be the godparents, another kind of relative who is not blood-related, but...
Yeah, that's a wonderful happy ending. But to equate this as equal in any way, as if the child is just a commodity, is Renegade Cut. That is
Also,
inhuman. That is inhuman of you. You are a sociopath.
Also, Miyuki said that her father never abused her.
So that's like a scene in the movie where she admits that.
Yeah, because
Wow.
she left because she stabbed her father. Her father is trying to find her, not because she stabbed him, but because he cares about her.
She got angry because she thought her dad killed her pet, and she lashed out, and she was embarrassed. She ran away, and yada yada.
But yeah, because spoiler, her father places a ad on a newspaper saying the cat was back.
Oh, you're kidding! Oh my god! Oh boy!
So it was in vain that she stabbed him.
Yeah.
And she get even more embarrassed and sad.
Whew. Okay. All right.
It is not. Listen, it is not a kids movie because there is blood and one guy got shot by a Mexican guy in Japan.
Damn Mexicans.
It is literally a Mexican because the character was speaking Spanish, and I got a weird feeling seeing a Spanish character speaking and a Japanese character speaking. I say it was
Yes, yeah.
Only Matthias would know. That's a dirty Mexican right there.
But yeah, actually,
definitely not Spanish or Portuguese. Definitely Mexican. Okay.
No, he was Mexican because he had dark skin.
Oh, there you go.
Dark skin.
Oh yes, yeah, he had dark skin and tacos.
So Africans are Mexicans?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Shaka
fine.
Zulu, the famous.
Well, there is black people in Mexico, so maybe.
All right, fair enough.
Significant the same. Everyone in the story, having lost their family in one way or another, seeks to create a new one. Sachiko lost her baby during childbirth and in her grief stole the child that the trio found. Sachiko could not bear the loss, but instead of repairing her life with a chosen family, she steals the family of another. Sachiko and the baby are not a chosen family, as the child did not and would not have chosen her in return. But Hana, Gin, and Miyuki are a family, as real as any blood relatives. It is a family not only
I think that was 4 roses. Anyway.
chosen by themselves, but based on the events of the story, chosen by God. The events of the story are too unlikely to be coincidence. Too many life-changing events, too many lives reaching their peaks with...
Wow, it's like it's a story.
Yeah, it's like it's make-believe.
There's too many coincidences.
God, actually, I would say God actually does act in the movie, but in the end...
Jesus just walks out, hey man, how's it going? How you doing?
Yeah.
Nah, he was like to blows the wind and makes the baby talk.
He blows the wind and makes the...
He's buying a popsicle or something. Yeah.
In the span of a couple hours. When the baby is in danger, Hana risks her life to save the child, and she herself is only saved through a miracle, a powerful gust of wind that somehow lifts them both into the air and gently lands them safely without a scratch. Gin is saved as well.
Okay, so that's mystical, right? Okay, supernatural force.
Yeah, I said God appears in the end.
All right, good enough for me. I like it.
Through another miracle, as he ends up in a hospital on Christmas Eve, tended to by a woman who turns out to be his daughter. His daughter forgives him, and though Gin cannot rejoin the family in the same capacity as before, he is invited to be a father again, to see his daughter, maybe give her away at her forthcoming wedding. As all of this is happening, on the very same night, Miyuki sees her father for the first time in 6 months. Everything comes together by divine intervention. Hana and Gin are...
Or coincidence. Yeah, same idea. Anyway.
In possession of a winning lottery ticket. Another blessing from God for their...
Hana is the only one who believes that God is doing everything besides the end. The end, it is actually of God. But Gin, it is not so sure about that.
That's fine.
The thing is, it just sounds like every Christmas film, sort of.
Yeah, it's a story
because it is a Christmas movie.
Yeah. It's like there's tropes of these sort of things.
Yeah, this is very similar to, I wouldn't say most stories on the Women's Television Network, but any of these Hallmark films where there's some sort of sappy ending or some relationship going down, and there's a homeless person they're trying to help, or there's some guy ostracized by the community, and the protagonist is this nice, caring woman who doesn't have a husband or whatever. It's always something like that, and it's, all right, nice, happy ending. All happens to connect neatly at the end. Kind of hard to believe. Oh, it's a Christmas miracle. Usually there's some sort of actress or not an A-list actress, of course, but they act as like some mediary or an angel, or it's always some sort of sappy, like, oh, I'm here to help you. It's like, what do you mean? Oh, I'm sent by God. Like, what? No, go away, crazy lady. And they end up helping them because, I don't know, everyone likes them because they're so kind and nice and giving and da-da-da-da-da. So, pretty typical stuff.
Yeah, this is not breaking new ground. To be honest with you, it's like, okay,
from God for their faithfulness on this Christmas. The trio, this family, is divinely chosen. A chosen family is a bond of people who have no one else. It's not an accident of
necessarily.
Birth. Something nobody chooses but simply has happened to them in the first moments of their lives. A chosen family is not a coincidence.
Yes, it is.
The movie is full of coincidence.
Wait, hold on. So,
besides the ending,
did you have someone else write this?
Wait, what was the point of that video?
I don't know.
I said, look, what was my prediction? The prediction was this video will be boring and mediocre, and I was right.
No Trump. What the hell?
There's no point.
I said it was going to be mediocre.
I'm surprised. Thought we were talking about
chosen family is coincidence because it's coincidence then to come across these people.
Yeah, people who, let's say you're an orphan. It's a coincidence that a random group of two parents will want to pick you up because whatever adoption agency said, hey, we're looking
at... It's coincidence that they pick up you.
Yeah, pretty much. So,
and you're lucky if they're not pedophiles.
Well, Jesus Christ, Whisp.
Jesus, Whisp.
Yeah, sorry, Hawk. That is what is going on in Berlin still, to this day.
Humanity is not that evil.
There's an orphanage pipeline to pedophiles.
This is...
We have some...
This is strange because this is only a year old, and he's ending the video like he's never ended a video like this before that I recall.
Yeah, that's why I'm a bit weirded out, because I'm just like, I know he usually talks about fuck all, and it's usually nothing, but this time it's like, what was the point?
Yeah, Chosen Families just popped up right last minute, and you're like, dude, what is the theme of your video?
Let's just assume this was a Christmas miracle and we didn't saw a bad video from Renegade Cut.
Oh, okay.
God, this was so much crap.
Yeah, it was kind of empty. I hope no one made a meme off this. There was nothing to work with here.
Yeah.
Good, nothing. There's nothing. Fantastic. Good job, guys. Thanks for doing absolutely nothing. I love it.
Anyway, guys, thanks for doing nothing. Here's a cookie.
Yeah, he said nothing, and everything else was wrong. Great.
It was a bit awkward. I don't know if that's...
So the way he said nothing, he just spouted bullshit. It's great. So I think this is an art form.
I wonder if this is a thing that... Is it the homeless, or that the group of friends you end up with is your chosen group of, like, you consciously choose to be with these people? It's like, okay, yes, in some capacities you choose to go out, you choose to go to the bar, you choose to say hello, you choose to get along. Like, once you get to know someone, you don't choose to like them. You just happen to like them because their qualities coincide with yours. It's you weren't like, I choose to like this psychopath. Like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way.
The psychopath manipulates you to like him.
Yeah, we could talk about the intricacies of social interactions, but it's like, I don't choose to fall in love. It's like, oh, I love you now. Oh shit, now what do I do? I can choose to stop.
If we have the ability to choose to like people,
switch on, switch off.
Yeah, it's like,
normal minds don't work that way. Renegade Cut.
Yeah, it's like, I don't choose to enjoy a steak more than I like a salad. It happens to be tastier. I don't have any control over how my taste buds work.
Although,
and if your taste buds reject Brussels sprouts, you will never learn to like Brussels sprouts. Just like heterosexual men do not like to have dicks in their faces.
There you go.
To still man his argument, he does say that chosen family is not about the individuals, but something above them, like for lack of words, God.
That's a strange way of putting the theme of, or his. I don't know where he put this theme in his video.
My issue with this chosen
with
family
God
stuff is more like what the socialists usually call that, or mistake for that, is true friends. And these types of people rarely have true friends because they can't. Friendship is not something that they have.
Well, it's either
they're not capable of that. Chosen family fits only when in this instance of you are taken in by an already functioning family and are treated like a member of it, and that bond remains and it is mutual.
It's
that is something else.
Free will versus predisposition towards something that you will associate with and therefore like, and that you choose to like something. It's like, okay, sure, that's an argument, but what's the point? This is a story about three bums trying to save a baby, and it's
more like a small tribe.
It's a very minor element of the story, so I don't know why he cares so much about chosen. He could have chosen many other videos or movies to use that as a theme and pick apart them and say, look, this is where you choose to be part of a tribe, and this is where you choose to be part of this, and this is all freedom of choice. You're like, right, that's true. In that story, that's what happened. But this example, not so much. Anyway.
There's so many horrible titles on this screen right now.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Regardless of what Renegade Cut said, I really recommend this movie because it is nice, it is wholesome. You will have a good time watching it.
All right. Well, there you go, guys. Go check out Tokyo Godfathers. It's a classic. It's about almost 20 years old, I think. And it's hard to find these good stories out there that are animated. But it's summer. Or it's summer. It's Christmas time. Relax. Watch a good movie.
Well, it is actually summer here for me, and it's hot as hell.
Okay. If you're in the southern hemisphere, yes, I'm sure it's much.
Oh, that's where the Mrs. Santa bikinis come from.
Yeah, it is from here. Not
Brazil?
Okay.
I bet.
Brazil invented beach football just so they could watch women's asses jiggle. Come on, Smud. Of course, they're going to put Mrs. Claus in bikinis.
I'm okay with that. That's fine. I don't,
Yeah.
Bravo, Brazil. Good for you.
Well, why would you be against it, actually?
It's freezing here.
Yeah. Well, I'm not against it. I'm just saying Brazil's just one of those. Brazil has like carnival just so that women can jiggle.
Honestly, I don't like the carnival that much. The carnival people act weird, and I know, not saying the rich people, I'm saying everyone gets drunk and doesn't work and acts really, really weird. So I don't like the carnival.
At least the carnival women look good.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Not unlike here.
Okay. Well, thanks, guys. I think that was just above an hour. That was one of our faster Smudcasts, and it makes the Fridays go by a lot better when Renegade Cut doesn't have much to say. So thank you so much.
It is a Christmas miracle.
It is.
Praise Santa Claus.
Fantastic. Next week, I don't think we're going to have a Maggie May on a Friday, but we'll organize it for the weekend, depending on everyone's schedule. It's going to be a little difficult because.
So isn't Friday the week after New Year's Eve?
24th and 31st.
Yeah. Yeah, so the next 2 Fridays are Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I doubt we'll be doing much.
I know. If we can get some people together, we might, but
not.
probably not. Yeah, we'll find out. Anyway, thank you so much, guys, for the recommendation. Keep them coming, and we'll talk to you guys real soon. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Good night.
Night.
Bye.